Hey, North Syracuse and Cicero. Well, is the spring market ever going to get here? Is the spring ever going to get here? Well, the answer is yes. Spring is pretty much here, although we might get snow in a few days. Welcome to Central New York. But if you're thinking about buying or selling a home in Cicero or North Syracuse, you really want to watch this video because we're going to go over what the marketplace is in the North Syracuse School District as compared to the housing market in Onondaga County as a whole. And the reason that we want to do that is because each community is its own little market. And what's going on in Cicero and North Syracuse may not necessarily be what's going on in Onondaga County as a whole or in other parts of the county, which are their own little markets. Okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the housing market statistics for the North Syracuse School District on one side of the screen and for Onondaga County as a whole on the other side of the screen. And I'm going to go over the statistics for North Syracuse School District, and you can look on a screen and compare them to the county statistics. If I go over both of them, we'll be here forever. So I trust that you can look from one side of the screen to the other and compare the numbers for yourself. And remember, real estate is local. So when you hear all of this stuff on TV or you see stuff on the internet about what's going on with the housing market, if it's coming from Zillow or Realtor.com or any of the news services, for the most part, it's national statistics, and it has nothing to do with Onondaga County. It has even less to do with the North Syracuse School District. So let's take a look at the numbers, and we're going to start with new listings. For the month of March this year versus last year, new listings were up 1.9%, 54 new listings versus 53, which obviously is pretty flat. It's only a difference of 1. Year to date, new listings are down 11.6%, 107 versus 121. Now remember, new listings is what drives the market. That's the fuel. Because buyers, are always interested in the new listings. That's what everybody wants to see. And the more homes that come on the market, the more that will go under contract and eventually close. So if we're not getting new listings, you're going to see less sales altogether. So let's look at pending sales. Those are homes that went under contract in the last 30 to 90 days and we're looking to close. Pending sales for this March versus last March were down 30.4%, 32 versus 46, and year to date down 28.8%, 79 versus 111. So those are, especially year to date, that's the end of the first quarter of the year. Those are pretty stark numbers. And again, it all goes back to the number of homes that come on the market, the new listings. We need inventory because there's still more buyers out there than there are homes for sale. So let's look at the closed sales. For the month of March, they were down 39.5%, 26 versus 43, and year to date down 15.1%, 107 versus 126. So as you can see, the lack of new listings, it just rolls downhill. It affects the pending sales and it affects the closed sales. We need more listings. Days on the market until sale, which is how long the houses are on the market before the sellers accept a contract. Now for the month, this number was up 258.8%, 61 days versus 17 days on the market. And year to date, it's up 17.4%, 27 days versus 23. I don't know why there was such a huge difference for the month. And we've seen this in some other markets. A lot of it may be if a larger percentage of the sales were new construction, well, those homes technically are on the market for much longer than resale homes. But if you watched my reports for the county, you'll realize that homes priced between 150 and 300,000, which would not include new construction, are basically on the market for 13 days before they're going to contract. And anything $400,000 or more is for, on the market for 34 days, around 34 days or a little more, because they're higher priced, so there's fewer buyers. And some of those homes, if it's 400 and above, definitely well above, is new construction. So year to date, the numbers were pretty close, 27 versus 23. That's only difference of 4 days. That's probably a better number to look at. So now we're going to look at the numbers that everybody really wants to know, and that is the home prices. How much are the homes selling for? So the first thing we're going to look at is the median sale price, which is usually a better indicator of what's going on in the marketplace. It's less affected by a few high dollar sales during the course of the month, where the average sales price can be influenced by some high priced sales in the mix. So we tend to key on the median sales price, but let's take a look. For the month, the median sale price was down 2.3%, 259,000 versus 265,000. And year to date, the median sale price was down 2.8%, $249,200 versus $256,500. So pretty close to the average for the county right there, and pretty consistent. I mean, you're talking less than 3% variance. Now the average sale price for the month was up 16%. $326,038 versus $281,159. And year to date, the average sale price is up 3.1%, $284,728 versus $276,240. That's a little bit higher than the county average. And so, this is good. This is going to vary from month to month. But the bottom line is that the sale prices, for the most part, have been going up in the North Syracuse School District. The percent of list price received. Now, this number represents the ratio between the price that was paid for the house versus the list price for the house. And so for the month of March, the percent of list price received was up 1.9%. 105.1% versus 103.1%. And year to date, up 1%, 103% versus 102%. So what does this mean? It means that the homes are still selling for above full asking price. And what that means is we're still getting multiple listings as a rule. Otherwise, why would you pay more than full asking price for a home? The reason that the numbers are where they are is because there's a lot of competition for the homes that are on the market out there, especially those homes in the $100,000 to $300,000 range. That's where half of the buyers are right now, and a lot of you first-time home buyers, and they're really struggling because of the multiple offers that are happening. The inventory of homes for sale, which is the total number of active listings, was up 25.6%, 54 versus 43. But the more important number is the month supply of inventory. Now, the month supply of inventory tells us, under the current market conditions, how long would it take to sell all of the active listings that are in the marketplace right now. And the month supply of inventory was up 37.5%, which sounds like a lot, but it's 1.1 months worth of inventory versus 0.8 months worth of inventory. So that means right now it would take 1.1 months to sell all of the active listings in the North Syracuse School District under current market conditions. Now, if you've watched any of my videos in the past, you'll know that I tell you every single month a balanced market is 4 to 6 months worth of inventory. A buyer's market is more than 6 months worth of inventory, and a seller's market is less than 4 months worth of inventory. And we're barely at 1 month's worth of inventory. So as you can see, it's still a very strong seller's market. So what does this mean if you're a buyer? If you're a buyer, you really need to be working with an experienced agent who can help you navigate through this difficult market, because it is a very difficult market for buyers, especially first-time home buyers, because there's so much competition out there for the listings that are on the market. So you have to have a good strategy, and an experienced agent can help you with that. And you also have to be prepared to lose out a couple of times on offers that you might be making, because when there's 15 offers on a home, 14 people are going to lose. Only one person's going to win. And that's the way the market's been for quite some time, and we really don't see an end to it. If you're a seller, you also want to work with an experienced agent, because you want to price your house properly in order to attract the most buyers that you can, so that you can get the highest possible price for your home and the best terms for the contract of the sale of your home. So having said all of that, if you're thinking about selling or buying, please reach out to me. I've been helping people buy and sell homes here for over 26 years. And I'd love to work with you. Just give me a call. Let's talk. Let's get together. Talk about your goals and see what we can do to accomplish them. Other than that, I hope you're having a great day, and I really hope to hear from you.